All right, all right, all right. I think I'm live. Pretty sure I'm live, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to wait till everybody jumps on um, before I start sharing a little bit more of my story and what we're going to be doing live tonight. I tried to do this on the computer, and there was a whole bunch of things happening with new version, switch to previous version. Lord have mercy, I don't even know. But I'm just glad that you guys are on here tonight. What's up, Shelly, Vicky, Julie, Levance? What's going on, people? I'm so excited to be here with you guys tonight. I love Facebook Lives. I love Zoom platforms. I love everything to where I can still hang out with you guys in this amazing platform. It's amazing today how sometimes disconnected we can be, right? It's not social distance, it's physical difference. What's up, Jim? What's up, Shelly? What's up, people? What's up? You're live. I am live. That's right. I'm getting down in here reading the comments. I'm only 32 years old, but I had to get this close to the screen to read them. So just so you guys know, don't matter how old you are, your sight can only see certain size print. So now that you know that, that's the key to success. Good eyesight. But really, we're going to be talking tonight about leading through crisis. And I'm excited for everybody who's on here. If you're live, just drop live down below. Tell me live. Tell me you're live. Tell me you're alive. Just type in L-I-V-E, live. You're watching live. And if this is a replay, if you're catching this on the replay a little bit later on, right? I want you to type replay because I'm going to do a little interaction with you guys tonight. So live if you're watching it live, replay if you're watching the replay. What's up, Patricia? What's up, Sita? What's up, Ashley? What's up, Terry? Live, that's what I'm talking about, Ashley. That is exactly what I'm talking about. So we are 3 minutes past the top of the hour. Mike is watching it live. James is watching it live. I love it. Who else is? Mike Melia's watching. Man, I love Mike. I went to my first big event with Mike Melia, Mike and Steve. It was a super regional in January of 2011. And that's when I realized the culture and camaraderie of what we have in our Legal Shield business. And I love the fact that we love on each other. See, we need a community to get through a crisis. Let me say that again. You need a community to get through a crisis. And what we're experiencing right now in the global economy with everything with the pandemic and the virus that's a crisis. But when you have a community that wraps around you during that crisis, no man, no woman stands alone. Together, we're better. All of us is better than one of us. And so I'm going to share with you guys real quick tonight what leading through a crisis looks like. Some of my team, I saw Lydia just like the post. What's up, Lydia? My Canadian team, we did a little bit of this on this past Saturday, and I love helping people win. But tonight we're going to talk about what you can do to make a difference for yourself, for your family, and for your community during this crisis. Because everything rises and falls on leadership. Leaders were born for this. If you're a leader listening to me right now, you were born for this. It's easy to lead when nobody needs you. How many can relate? When your team doesn't need you, when you don't barely hit executive director, when you don't just squeak by, when you're not looking for the next promotion, right? It's easy to lead when nobody needs you. But when people need you, that's when it's a little bit more difficult, right? That's when real leaders. We're going to talk about real leadership. John Addison. I'm going to grab his book real quick. That was our book of the month. Real leadership. We need real leadership when a crisis happens. And so all crises allow leaders to rise. And ultimately, what a crisis is an intense time of difficulty requiring a decision that will be a turning point. A crisis is an intense time of difficulty that requires a decision that will be a turning point. So we can make decisions right now that lead to turning points. Oftentimes in crisis, people reevaluate their lives. They're sitting home, right? You're sitting home. You're thinking. You're reflecting. What am I doing that's working? What am I doing that's not working? What do I need to do differently? So many of my friends that I've reached out to said that they didn't even have a plan B. I didn't even have a plan B. I'm like, you didn't have a plan B? What? People are now planning for plan Bs. So we have an opportunity to help them. Look, perspective is reality. Y'all have heard that before. Perspective is reality. How we think about things is reality. I just realized my perspective right now is that I left hamburgers on the grill outside while I'm talking to you guys. I should yell upstairs. I left the hamburgers on the grill. I forgot. Okay, cool. So I'm still probably going to be able to eat good hamburgers. They'll be well done, but I'm going to eat them, right? So I'm going to get to the point. Perspective is how we view things determines how we do things. Let me say that again. How we view things determines how we do things, right? So if you're in this panic mode, like, oh my God, I hadn't been out of my house in 15 days. Don't talk to me. Don't speak to me. Don't even send me a text message because it's probably got the coronavirus in the message, right? You're like, I hadn't seen daylight in 2 weeks. I'm so white. It's like, you don't even take delivery to your house. You like grow organic food in the backyard. You were like, I was built for this. We're going underground, baby. Like, there's people like that right now. You won't even hear from them for another month. That's okay. There's people that are taking all the precautions. They're like, I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna make sure that I'm good. You know, we're gonna make it through this thing. We're gonna be careful. And then there's folks that are like still doing the thing. Like, they're trying to find any gym that's open. They're still shopping in the stores. They're like, nothing in their life has changed except for traffic. There's no traffic now. This is amazing. So we go from this end of the spectrum and this end of the spectrum. Here's the thing, as leaders, that's a great microcosm of what we deal with in our organization. We deal with Chicken Littles in our organization all the time. And don't get me wrong. Please don't mistake me and what I'm sharing to be belittling what's happening right now. So, no, by no means, it is a crisis. But you deal with people from one end to the other end of any situation, whether it's a crisis with the virus right now, and look, what's the difference between like a big crisis and a little crisis? Y'all know the difference between a big crisis and a little crisis? A little crisis happened 20 or 30 years ago. A big crisis is happening right now. That's the difference between a little and a big crisis. If it's happening now, it's big. You know what the difference between major surgery and minor surgery is? Major surgery is if it's happening on you. Minor surgery is if it's happening on somebody else. It's so true though, isn't it? It's like, if it's not affecting us. Did y'all know there was a massive tornado in Texas? One of our field leaders, one of our network vice presidents, Mr. Daniel Abbott, had his house blown away. He's okay. Right? But for some of you, you didn't even know there was a tornado in Texas because it didn't happen to you. How selfish. No, I'm just kidding. It's your perspective. Right? So we get to choose our perspective in this situation. We get to choose what we give energy towards, because if you feed it, it grows. Right? The difference between faith and fear both take believing in something that you can't see. Faith and fear take believing in something that you can't see. It takes the same amount of energy to be afraid that it does to have faith. You can't see it either way. I would choose faith. Right? So let me talk about some of the things that, that are beneficial right now. Look, we know what the virus is. We know that we're handling it. We got the world on it. Look, in the 1980s, and by the way, if you're listening to me right now, I'm doing some R&D. Rob and duplicate. I got this from John C. Maxwell, the man, the myth, the legend on leadership. I stole this from him, but it's good, so I'm going to use it again. The AIDS epidemic in the 1980s took 2 years to identify what it even was. They didn't even know what it was. They figured out it was AIDS 2 years later. Coronavirus, December, the first case was identified. January, we discovered what it was. And then the whole world knew it. We knew how to detect it. There was mild to no symptoms, which is a good thing for a lot of people, right? So mild to no symptoms meaning a lot of people aren't getting hurt by it. Some are, a lot are not. Relatively few cases under the age of 20. There is a mortality rate that's very low under the age of 40. And global science is on the whole thing, right? So we've got people in our corner that are helping us around the world beat this thing. That's amazing. But here's the thing, what you got to do. You got to be flexible during a challenge. You have to be flexible during a challenge. You could be rigid in your goals, but you have to be flexible in how you achieve them. What do I mean by that? If your goal is to performance club qualify, do it. If your goal is to rank advance, do it. If your goal is to get a recruit this month, do it. If your goal is to hit senior director, executive director, do it. But be malleable, be flexible with how you reach the goal. Don't change your goals, but be willing to change how you get to your goals. Zooms. We're using Zooms more now as a company than we've ever used before. Who here, by show of hands, wish they bought Zoom stock in December or January? It's double. I'm like, that would have been a good investment. But it's a good investment right now in yourself. And look, here's the thing. The personal development, the community within Legal Shield, right? I see Paul Micheletti on. What's up, Paul? I love that guy. Paul's hilarious. Paul and his wife, Robbie. We're in a group chat together with Vicky and Lydia and all my Canadian team, and they're just posting funny memes in there. Everybody's keeping their spirits high. We have a community that helps you keep your spirits high. So let me talk about crisis of the past. Look, there was Y2K in 2000. Everybody thought that the world was going to end. 2000, everything shuts off. It wasn't built to go from a 19 number to a 20 in front of it. It was all shutting down, right? Turned out to be okay. 2001, there was anthrax, right? We didn't know how that was going to turn out. Turned out to be okay. 2002, West Nile virus. 2003, SARS. 2005, the bird flu. 2006, E. coli. 2008, the economic crash. 2009, swine flu. 2010, there was the BP oil spill. 2012, the Mayan calendar ended. We're all dead. But, 8 years later, we're still here. 2013, North Korea threatens to nuke the world. 2014, it's Ebola. 2015, it's ISIS and the terrorist group. 2016, it's the Zika virus. 2020, it's coronavirus. Look, I'm just telling you guys, and not in any way, shape, or form. I'm not trying to make light of the situation. I'm going to say that again. But in a crisis, people tend to think it's never been this bad before. It's never been like this before. I'm like, in 1918, right? Almost 100 years ago, a little over 100 years ago, the Spanish flu, wiped out 25 million people. Died. The 25% of the whole world was infected. 25% of the whole world. But we rebounded. It's not going to be that bad this time. It seems like it now. Solomon, the wisest man ever in the Bible. If you don't read the Bible, that's okay. I'm going to explain. Solomon, the wisest man in the world in the Bible, said, "This too shall pass." Everything passes. Leaders distract from the distractions. Look, the news is not always accurate, and they have an agenda. So just understand, the news is not always accurate, and they have an agenda. They want you to think something. In times of distraction, we need to get traction. In times of distraction, we need to get traction. When life gives you lemons, drink some lemonade. Right? Nothing gives you more anxiety than trying to control something that you have no control over. Try that. It's almost like kids. It's like somebody said the other day, they're like, "I got kids." And somebody else said, what do they say? They said, "I got kids." And he said, you got a, oh man, what do they give you? One of those shots that, oh man, I forget what it was. It was so funny when I heard it. It was like, you got a vaccine for that? It's like, "I got kids." And he says, "Do you have a vaccine for that?" I was like, are you serious? That's funny. What's up, Timber? What's up, Lydia? MVP! Vicky, I appreciate that. Leaders don't always have the answers. You're looking to your MVP. You're looking to your MVP. You're looking to your executive director. You're looking to your senior director. You're looking to the person that recruited you. We don't always have answers. But you know what leaders always have? You know what leaders always have? It may not be answers, but it's hope. Hope and security. And we're always able to encourage people to see things not just as they are, but sometimes better than they are. Paint a vision for the future, right? This too shall pass. Will it be over in 20 days, 30 days, 2 months? I don't know, but you know what? It's going to come to an end. And just like everything that I shared with you guys, just like all the other epidemics, just like all the other crises that we faced in our life, This too will pass. The question is, will it just be time that passes? Or will you invest the time? See, we're all home. We're all disconnected socially, right? Physically from each other. But what are you going to do with that time? Are you going to listen to more Jim Rohn? I don't know if y'all know this, but Jim Rohn has some sick audiobooks on YouTube for free. Jim Rohn, Building Your Network Marketing Business, free. Jim Rohn, The Art of Exceptional Living, free. Jim Rohn, The Day That Turned Your Life Around, free. Jim Rohn. There's several other full audiobooks. I was trying to remember the name of it. Right? So the moral of the story, thanks, James, push forward. And I'll say something, James, it's not necessarily who cares, because we care. We care and we push forward. We care and we do it anyway. We care and we can lead the change. You know that hashtag? I had a sticker somewhere. I had a bunch of those stickers. Y'all know the Lead the Change stickers everybody got for registering for a convention? It's easy to lead the change when it's just a slogan. But what about now? What about when people need you to lead the change? What about when people need you to be positive? What about when people need you to lead? What about now? Is it just a hashtag? Is it just a hashtag lead the change? Or is it our actions? Our team's numbers are better this month than we were last month. And I understand some people are in different situations, right? We got people like Aaron Browning, Garrett Terrell, Brody Viperman, Latwan Hall, Andy Intrican. Their numbers this month are going to be better than last month because they're leading the change. They're distracting themselves from the distraction. They said, we're going to help people. We did a webinar 20 minutes, 30 minutes before I jumped on here with 15 people on it for a brand new recruit. There are people looking right now. You know what we're doing? We're looking for the lookers. We're looking for the lookers. The one that have their head between, they're like, oh my God, oh my God. You know what we do for these people? We pray for them. We pray for them. Hey, brother, it's going to be all right. If you need me, call me. And you know what you do after that? Move on to the next person and see how you can impact their lives. Right? That's what we do. We're change makers. We're leading the change. We're making the difference. We're making the shift. Right? So guys, I want to wrap up and saying this because here we are 19 minutes on. I like to give y'all 100% of energy for a shorter period of time than a little bit of energy for a longer period of time. Y'all feel me? I know what it's like to be on the other end of one of these lives. I'm like, I need some energy. And they don't call me the Energizer Bunny for nothing, so I'm going to give you what I got. We're here today in a unique moment, in a unique opportunity. This point in time in life, our experience right now will never happen again. We will never see this again. Y2K, West Nile, SARS, bird flu, E. coli, bad economy, swine flu, BP, oil spill, Mayan calendar, North Korea, Ebola, ISIS, Zika. Well, those are gone. Those are things of the past. The crisis of today is what we have today. All you have is now. All you have is today. What you do daily determines who you become permanently. What you do in the dark determines what people see in the light. It's dark right now in the world. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of things. A lot of people are depressed. A lot of people are afraid because they feel alone. And I get chill bumps when I talk like this. I swear, it's not me. And they need us to have a positive heart, to have positive energy, to have compassion, and to not stop what we set out to do. Legal Shield empowers people that need to be empowered. They give hope to people that need hope. They give encouragement to people that need to be encouraged. They're the rock in the river. That's what we are, the rock in the river. So I hope that you hear tonight's message that it gets you fired up to go out there and lead the change. It gets you fired up to be a positive influence for people in your community, in your neighborhood. Call somebody and tell them you love them. Call somebody and tell them you're there for them. Call somebody and tell them you want to make the difference in their lives. And if they need you, you're one call away. Pick up the phone and call 10 friends tomorrow and tell them you love them. You don't have to pitch them on Legal Shield, but if it comes around, what are you doing right now? I'll tell you what I'm doing because I got a better way. I'm going to help people. I'm going to lead the change. I don't care who picks up, hangs up, doesn't do what. I'm here to make a difference. Because whenever I'm gone, whatever takes me out, coronavirus, anthrax, the car down the street, my kids, Julia. Somebody gonna take me out. It'll probably be Julia. I want to know that I made a difference. And I want to know when somebody needed a leader, when somebody needed a light, when somebody needed a flame, that I was the flame that helped ignite their fire again. So guys, go out and be the flame. Attract everyone to your positive energy. Be a positive environment for other people to be attracted to. Because my name is Alex Shahid and I am just getting started. I can promise you that. And we are Legal Shield. And we are leading the change that the world needs to see. Good night. God bless you. And I'll see you over the top at our national convention this coming weekend, where the best of the best will be live streaming just like this to share the core systems and the 7 skills to help you win. Stay plugged in, stay shining bright, and continue to lead the change.